Chop it up about some things that we can do to organize ourselves a little more structurally, a little more tighter to move forward. We also have a networking session that we have planned, and we have a team building session that we have scheduled. Tanya Slaughters is going to go into the details as far as the networking and the team building portion. And what I'm about to cover right now is the organizational portion. Right. And then prior to going into the whole networking and team building, we do have an artist appreciation that, messaging the music wants to express to all the artists that perform on the showcase. And before we go into prayer, let's give ourselves a warm round of applause for the success that we realized as a team. And the reason why this is so important for me is because this is the first opportunity we had the chance to come together as a group, as a collective, and as a Message in the Music family. And many of y'all don't even really know each other, you just know each other by face. Hey, what's up, how you doing? But no acquaintance development have ever been, established because the opportunity hasn't been created. And that's what this opportunity is for. It's more about artist appreciation and y'all getting to know each other a little better, based on the networking and the team building exercise that we got. But to move forward in the program, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Brother Earp for opening prayer.
All right, as customary, wherever you are, you assume any position, close your eyes, and whatever God you've come to know, of course, brought you this far, you recite it as you see fit. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, oh Allah, we seek that refuge from anxiety and grief. We seek that refuge from lack of strength and laziness. We seek that refuge from cowardliness and ungodliness. We seek that refuge from being overpowered by debt and the oppression of men. O Allah, suffice me that which is lawful, and lead me away from that which what is beside thee. And O Allah, we ask that you grant us, through each and every one of your individuals, a measure of success in your name, that we come together in our unity and our efforts, and make a difference through the message and the music. Amen.
All right. Okay, so the first item that I have on my agenda to cover as it relates to the organizational development, and basically giving y'all somewhat a little insight as it relates to me and the inspiration that gave birth to Message in the Music. I came, and I really got to give all the credit to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because I was dead in the grave, you know what I'm saying, Negro full of ego, and trying to find my way as best as I could. Trying to find my way through life as best as I could, with the understanding that they gave us through Christianity, but it just was not getting the results for me the way I needed these results to show up as a young man trying to establish my identity in this world. So all praise is due to Allah for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the teaching that he brought from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that woke me up.
Yeah.
And so that's the inspiration behind messaging and music. I got into this work because, I wanted to be about transformation. See, God's work is about touching the hearts and the minds and the souls of the people for transformation. It's not about trying to fix some surface level issue that they may have. It's about going on a deeper level where the problem exists, right? And that it may be restored on that level and then find expression in that person's life. And that has everything to do with how the mind works. And that's one of the things that messaging the music is really trying to advance through our music. Is basically the principles about how the mind works, right? Because our mind is responsible for all the conditions, all the circumstances and situations that we realize. But we constantly blame the outside forces, outside circumstances, other people, and getting further away from the root cause, which is ourselves, which is, manifesting these particular circumstances in our life. So messaging the music, we got into this work for transformation, and it's all about using music and performing arts to raise awareness, and also teaching and training you how to be positive change agents in the community. You all had a chance of meeting me as it relates to who I am as an individual. Y'all had time to size me up, assess my character, and know whether or not I'm fake or real. And all I'm doing is upgrading as best as I can in the spirit of love and brotherhood to try to affect a positive change in our community among our people. And when I seen how the pastors was not getting the airplay that they used to, but it had shifted towards the artists, I say, oh wow, that's when the revelation came to me. These are the new ministers now. The masses are following the artists. Look at the numbers on YouTube, on social media, millions of hits. Go check out Creflo Dollars and how they shrinking. TD Jakes, how they shrinking. But artist numbers are constantly, increasing. So that's basically the inspiration behind messaging the music, right? It's all about being effective and making a change, a transformation. That these young folks who are lost and trying to find a way can tap into a pathway to lead them back to themselves. One of the things I also wanted to bring out, which is very important, is the contract that most of y'all signed. I'm pointing at Big O. So all y'all signed on to the Artist Community Development Program. And the Artist Community Development Program is all about using artists as agents of positive change. That they may be, good examples for the youth, that we try to attract to live a more positive and, like I said, moral lifestyle, you see. So when you all signed up, not only did you sign up to be a part of a showcase, but Messaging the Music is more than a showcase. We're a community development organization, and we just basically coming out the gate using our showcase and our artists. And we're trusting Allah that He's going to guide us to that full body of work that we have already defined, under the umbrella of community development. But it's hard to move forward if you don't have a team, you see. And up to this point, I've been a solo operation. I ain't really had the kind of supporting team around me to really move forward like I want to, because I gotta wear all the hats, man. I'm telling you, it's not easy. And I know that I can only do that for a certain period of time, right? We have some program goals and objectives under the Artist Community Development Program that has everything to do with outreach, because now that we have came together, we have a measure of success behind us. We can take the success to, to other venues, other avenues where we can affect more people, And so one of the things that we have lined up when we get back is an outreach program where we feed in the poor. Sudan will be the food for us. She's going to do the food for us for the outreach program when we go into the community. And we want to bring the mic, we want to bring the music, we want to bring the talent, we want to bring the motivational speaking, all that you all did from an artist grassroots music ministry was awesome, and I think that what you all did is worthy of more people hearing it so that they may be affected by the energy that y'all brought as a team as well. So we got that lined up. We have a coach drive that we tried to do last year, but it was too late. We got over maybe 80 to 100 children coach, elementary school children coach, with Messaging the Music logo on them that we invested in just to give to the students. So we want to create that coach drive again as well. And then we have a shelter that we have scheduled to actually go and do some ministry to, you know, around, you know, positivity and doing the right things in life, where we can perform and feed them, you know. And we also have a program where we're clothing the poor, we're clothing the naked. But we haven't got to that yet, but that's going to be coming down this winter as well. The other thing I got is the financial opportunities that's available for artists in the Messaging and Music program. Because this program was created for artists to monetize in an unconventional way. Because the conventional way of getting paid as an artist has basically dried up, if you will. It's all about, you know, that digital, you know, online, you know, how can I say, a marketplace. And it's just not the same as it used to be yesterday. So I said, well, how can I get these artists paid? So what I did, I came up with this program and built into it is revenue generators for the artists. We have an ad campaign, right? And you can actually go out and get ads. And I'll be having those details fleshed out. But the ad campaign, you can actually go to the local businesses and say, this is who we are, this is what we're doing in the community. You know, help finance this event. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. That's for the event side. As an artist, I got sponsorship packages customized for each artist. And you'll be able to go to a barbershop, go to a cosmetology shop, go to a credit union, go to a car dealership and say, this is who I am. You know, this is what we're doing in the community. Can you support our efforts for, you know, community development and positive change? You know, I mean, nothing beats a failure but a try. Because we have a licensed bag now, and they can get the money back as a tax-deductible donation. Not only do you get paid off, that way you get paid off your donor page. Each artist has a profile page that has a donate button, right? Depending on how you market yourself, how you promote yourself, will determine the return that you get. If you ain't putting nothing out there, then how you gonna get something back? You follow me? You gotta pay to play. You know, I mean, that's the only way you can win. That you gotta pay to win, right? So I play to win. So I'm encouraging, you know, you ought to go into the community, be soldiers about it, you know what I'm saying? Create goals for yourself. So that's the sponsorship program. Then we also have the merch site, right? When you got merchandise that we're going out there to market you as an artist, who you are as a person, and your brand, so that folks can find their way back to you and maybe make a donation about, you know, dropping something in your pocket, in your account, purchasing material from you, whatever the case may be. We have revenue generators built into the platform. And then we have, what's the other way? It's like 4 different revenue generators. Ad campaign, you got your merch, grants, right? Now, we got external grants that we can compete for, and we got internal grants, right? You can get paid off that. I put a $5,000 to a $10,000 offer on the table among the messaging and music artists. Saying, I will give you $5,000 to $10,000. I just need you to write a plan where we're going to teach you how to speak and, you know, and write poetry and conscious hip hop. You know, I ain't got a proposal back. And I got college graduates among me. So I'm just saying that's an opportunity for you to get paid and also be able to stay in the lane that we're in as far as, you know, helping out you know, for positive change. In addition to that, I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible. Why you laughing?
Because I was just thinking about that 10,000, bro. I'm about to have a proposal for you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You were the first one I gave you.
No,
You're gonna jump out there. All right, so in addition to that, we also want to basically, in the spirit of team building and building camaraderie among us as a group, we want to start having, you know, monthly events, like a skate park. You follow me? We can bring the skating ring out. You know what I'm saying? We invite all our friends, and that's us, right? A bowling party. You know, these are things that we can do and still create awareness and have fun and still do entertainment at those spots. We bring them out so we can entertain ourselves, you know? So those are opportunities on the table that I'm hoping that when we get back, we get more towards, you know, building out. Then we have the artist development piece, right? The artist community development curriculum. This curriculum right here, we have been invited into Greenville Middle School because this is a curriculum that is designed to transform the way not only you think, but how we think as well. Okay, it's an 8-week course, and it goes into I think some very interesting topics. The first topic that we go into is, you know, your creative powers for success. We want to introduce these young folks to the natural, innate creative powers that they have within, which is their mind, their will, their emotions, their imagination, their intellect. That represents the soul of man. But most of us misuse these forces that God gave us as our tool, to exercise our faith and manifest the desires of our heart. But a lot of times we ignorant of these forces, we misuse them, and when we pray, the very opposite things show up. And we're like, oh, God don't love me, God punishing me. No, it's just that you don't understand the God power inside yourself to work with it in a way where it's going to render or deliver to you that which you're trusting it for. Because, and it's all about how you understand your mind. So we go into that, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, your feeling nature. All of these are forces that create our outcomes. You know, we constantly get in arguments, we constantly get in disagreements, we constantly get in, why? Because there's a disturbance on the inside of you. If I got a problem with any man, I first got a problem with myself. And once I solve that problem within myself, I'm at peace with every man. See? But that's on, then we have the second week. It goes into a book that you all want to get. It's called the 12 Universal Laws of Success. See, we've been cut off from the true nature of ourselves and our true relationship to God and our true relationship to this universe. And so this chapter, these 12 Universal Laws of Success, allow us to reestablish that kinship with the universe, order of things, so that we can invite those principles into our lives and begin to create the quality of life that we know we deserve. Okay. The third week, we're going into, I think it's the 400 years of the effects of chattel slavery on the black community in modern day society. We got to get these young folks to understand how things came to be. You know, life is not created in a vacuum. There's causes for conditions. And we need to associate these young folks with the causes of these conditions so they can know what was and understand what is. Because if we don't give it to them, they lost. They don't know why they were born, don't know why I'm created, why I'm even here. And today it's easy for them to commit suicide. Y'all need to check the latest suicide rates among our youth. It's alarming, follow me? Because they can't cope with the challenges and the pressures of life. And so that's what this chapter is designed to do. Give them a historical perspective, you know, on slavery or our existence and accomplishments before slavery, during slavery, what is it called? The Civil Rights Movement, you know, the Jim Crow. They get a comprehensive perspective on life in America as it relates to a black person, so they can properly govern themselves going forward. We're foreigners in this strange land, y'all. We're not Americans. You know, and that's why we're having the problems that we have, because this whole system thing is like contrary to our nature. You know, we wonder why this is this way and this is that way. It's because it was designed by our enemy for it to be that way. So that's one that. Then we have a community development piece where we're saying we're using the Nguza Saba principle in this manual. We transform the Nguza Saba principle. Y'all familiar with the Nguza Saba principle, right? We transform them into a community development context, you know, where we can use these principles, and they're broken down for a whole week as it relates to activities that the youth can engage in to bring these principles to life. Umoja, Ujima, Kujichakalea, unity, self-determination, collective worker responsibility. Those are community development, you know what I'm saying, concepts that was offered to us through Christmas as a counter to what Christmas was doing to us. You know, so Kwanzaa has been transformed into a community development context. And so that's what this manual about. Greenbelt Middle School, they principal, and the head person had a chance to go through it, examine it, and they love it. I'm going through the process now of putting together a statement of work that's going to govern the activity that we're going to do there, and it's paid, you know, compensation. You know, so I'm putting this out there because it's going to be opportunities available to us to the extent that we want to get involved, right? Where you can generate revenue and make money for yourself. The other thing we have here is goals. Okay, individual artist progress. Each artist have their own program or process, right? Based on who you are as an artist and what you're trying to do with your career. Messaging and music is a support base, a support mechanism to help you get to that next level. Now, right now, we just completed, let's give ourselves a number one round of applause for success. Y'all don't even know, y'all really touched my heart. Well, we have, each artist has a requirement to complete certain requirements as it relates to being onboarded to the Messaging and Music program. You all been through that. We had to provide you information, provide you content, and we got it up there real nice for you. Also, we need a progress chart as it relates to the next project we all want to go on. The reason why I wanted to give season 1 a round of applause because we're already going to season 2. So that's going to need new material, new video, new everything. We're probably going to have another venue as well. I mean, a more, upscale kind of venue. We ain't got all those issues we had, but I don't want to say that. No, Andre was on point, right? But yeah, so we need to get started on those projects again. Ms. Yendi, I reached out to you already as you ladies to get me close together for your next, EP, your videos. And I want to put that out to everybody. Let's go ahead and get those ideas and those creative juices flowing so we can get this material, stamped and, ready to go so we can begin to market for season 2. And I guarantee you season 2 going to be double or triple what season 1 was. Because we're going out on, you also have been never dated. I want y'all to, be informed about this that we got in the works. I'm using, what we're going to do, we're going to do a go-go unplugged concert series. We did the hip-hop. Then we're going after the city. We're going after the city, y'all. So we got to bring out A-game. We're going before our people who are, you already know. You got to come correct. And so we want, what's the project called? Rocksteady. So Ms. Yendi and Rocksteady project, we plan on having them kick it off. Because she already know the vibe, She can be like a prototype for other bands and look at it and say, oh, okay, this is what this is about. See, she can bring it to life for them. But we want to go to all of the go-go bands, the top bands, we got in the city. We're Essence, Backyard Band, Junkyard Band, all of them. And have a conversation with them about, injecting some more consciousness and some more positivity into go-go. So that the community can become more aware and also respond according to that awareness that we're raising, around these various issues that we're dealing with, especially gun violence and black-on-black crime. So we really probably need to do a part 2 of the gun violence joint, right? So that energy can penetrate and permeate within the community, among that population. Because I know we got a lot of trigger-happy jokers, going to go-go's, right? And so they need to feel this love and this solidarity that we put out in the community. Any questions so far? All right, cool. Merchandising and print branding. Get your brand. If you're not branded and you don't have a logo, let me know so we can do our part of helping you get your logo and get you branded, get you some T-shirts or something, But yeah, take pride in who you are as an artist because you your own billboard, you your own advertisement. I love the way Ms. Yendi market herself. I like the way, you go along be putting stuff out. Haven't seen much from too many other people that can say that y'all not doing it. Whatever you are, great. You know what I mean? You have to promote yourself because ain't nobody gonna believe in you if you don't. Ain't nobody gonna buy your t-shirt if you don't offer it to them to sell. That goes for your CDs and your music as well. You see, I mean, if you got music that you got sitting on the shelf, pull that music off the shelf. CDs are not dead completely. They still got some life to them. And your close friends and your close family and your loved ones, that's your hot market. Get them on board with, and then promote messaging and music. Promote messaging and music with the zeal and zest that we are looking to promote the arts. It's a 50-50 relationship. It's just not a, it's a give and take. We gotta help each other be successful. And I'll be successful when you all be successful, okay? Films. I'm looking at Tom, I'm looking at Roach. We need some short films, man. I've been talking to Tom for a minute. Tom, we need some short film, Ms. Yendi got acting aspiration. I know D-Sean may have some, Daylon got some, so we got the energy. We got the energy.
We got the cash.
Yeah, right. You know, we just need to put some skits together. He already wrote a few commercials for me, but we just haven't had the time to put the camera behind it, you know what I'm saying, and bring it to life. But we need to revisit those commercials and look at what we got among us to go ahead and get those commercials out, because we want to make short films that's highlighting these critical social issues, herpes, you know what I'm saying, STDs, you know what I'm saying, all this unsafe sex that's going on, and they promoting pornography all day long, 24/7 to these young folks, and ain't no campaign about safe sex is going on at the same time. So we have to step up with it.
I was just going to say, I know we had spoken about a couple of things, and I had already, I have a treatment for 2 of the things that we had talked about. So I was telling Hood that we just need to get some dates. For me, I need dates. If I don't have dates, my life keeps going. It will keep going and going and going, and I won't sit still. So, because I'm so busy. If I have dates, then I know it's blocked out for me to focus on that, and I can do that. But I do have 2 treatments for the things that we spoke about, the domestic violence thing, and I think the other one was, I forgot what the other one was. But the domestic violence one is definitely like spread out here.
Cool. All right. So we pretty much can pull the trigger on that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So that's the films and short story things we want to get to. Artist collaboration. Okay. We got to start mixing it up. You know, I mean, a lot of y'all got a lot of solo albums, and it's just y'all, your energy on the mic. And I'm offering an opportunity for you to collaborate with each other, mix stuff in order to, you know, reach out to somebody that you know got some numbers and they want to do a feature. Let's get their number, let's get them on it, and let's make it do what it do. You know, but on this next project, let's create some collaborations, you know, in the mix of what we're doing, so we can have some duos on the stage as opposed to one artist. You know, switch it up a little bit. All right.
Sounds good.
Big O and I want to do something together too.
Okay. Y'all gonna do it on the method of music? Or?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
All right. And also, we got some shows that's on the pipeline as well. I'm sorry, I needed to get this out. I'm trying to rush through y'all. But we have some shows that we was talking about doing. We have a youth talent show contest that we're planning. And Miss Yendi and Tom are gonna be the host and co-host. They did a phenomenal job when we went over to Muhammad's Mosque #4. You know, and we did one of our first shows together, you know, and they did an awesome job. So I seen the potential in that, and that's, you know, as it relates to how Ms. Jenny already in the school system dealing with youth anyway, you know, how she would be a good fit already accustomed to dealing with that demographic to host that show with Tom. So, and Tom also, we need to build this out, y'all. So we need to start having planning sessions about making time. Because I would like to see it come to light this winter. Then we got Too Slick Corner. Right? Too Slick, basically, his corner came to birth as it relates to you all having pre-show interviews. You know, and that's how his show came to light. And what I've been telling Tom, he primed the blow, because all he got to do is go get the heavy hitters in the city, you know, and call them into a positive conversation about lyrical and video content or whatever the case may be, social issues, and you're gonna bang because of who they connected to. Now they connected to you. You know, so I encourage you, you know, let's go ahead and continue to build out those future shows, those future prospects that we can interview, and also the dates involved, so we can send those invites out. Unplugged concert series too. I just mentioned that. So we need to start getting our material ready and whatnot. Daylon, you already got 3 songs, right?
Yeah, I got 2 more songs ready.
All right, and also we have a talk show open. It's called Let's Talk About It. Brother Clarence Cherry got too busy, you know, he fell behind with this, how can I say it, day-to-day responsibilities, you know, from an income standpoint. So he had to make some changes, and he couldn't commit the time to it that he felt was going to, you know, make it do what he do. So we have a show called the Community Leaders Corner, and basically what this show is about is to bring the community leaders and also the pastors and anybody that's championing our issues on the front line in for a table talk conversation, so we can begin to explore causes, but also solutions, you know, and approach the conversation from a different dynamic than what has been conventionally, you know, been approached by. You know, so we can get some real results, because it's all about results at the end of the day. And as I wrap up, yeah, I talked about the grand opportunity. I think that's pretty much it. Do we have any questions? Any questions? Any concerns? No? All righty. Can we get some jazz? Can we get a little jazz while we this is so put the DJ up?
So okay, cool. I'm good. It's good to know that y'all are interested in acting. So when I write these scripts, I'm gonna be thinking of y'all.
So so Brett Irk just reminded me of something. And he said, why didn't you talk to him about unity? And so I'm gonna pass it over to him so he can say a few words on that.
There you go.
Let's go, brother Eric.
There you go, brother Eric.
Let's talk about it.
I don't want to inundate y'all in the spirit of takes great information and the dissemination of his purpose and his mission. But I was asking the two brothers, what's the name again? I'm sorry, brother. Naj. Oh, Naj and Big MCO, my man. I was asking them and talking to them about the need now for the mission over the money. You all are speakers, and one thing that the Honorable Minister Farrakhan has told us, that you all have a platform larger than pastors, because more people will listen to you. And so you have a greater responsibility now to make a difference in people's lives. So when I was talking to the two brothers, I was asking them, what spirit are you in when you write or when you perform a lyric or something comes to mind, a creative idea? How do you see yourself making a difference in somebody else's life? Because your unity and your message in the music will only either unify or further divide. And the division right now is because of the lyrics in the music. You know, I use the poor example that they're trying to make of our brother, regardless of what personal dispensations or faults he may have had, R. Kelly. But you never talked about his music that made a difference in everybody's life. So you have to be careful and understand that back in the day when we went into Mayfair, we always had the concept, the mission over the money. You're going to be paid in full if you go into it with the right spirit and the right lyrics with the right result. People are going to pay for what they love, but if they love you enough, you'll never have to work hard at what you've already been given to do. So you have to be able to get your message in the music to those that will attract and change, and use your own platform, and those who you have your circle right now, those are your followers. And replicate yourself. Don't just try to perform just for the sake of applause. Perform with the intent that I'm going to change somebody's life, and that person will be the need and the components that God uses to help you go to another platform. You know that, Miss Yendi. I've heard you say you work with multiple of those bands out there, Red Asses and Trouble. You know, I used to play with Trouble Funk myself back in the day. Well, actually, we played in the band that opened up for them, Heavy Connection. Yeah, I'm one of the originals.
Yeah.
Yes. But one of the things I want to say, because one of the things me and Tate, when we talked about this, and he brought this, and he ran it by me, we always talked about the mission. And so when I hear y'all, I'm so enthused, because I know that the only change is going to come with the Joshua generation, y'all generation. It's going to come from you all. You're right. They ain't listening to no pastors no more with them old ran down topics, talking about and criticizing what kind of clothes you're wearing and how you look. Well, I'd rather have somebody that look crazy, that love God and the people, than somebody that look like they're perfect and don't know a damn thing about God or the people.
Right.
And you all have a connection to the people, and so you have a responsibility. The ministers talked to many of the big heavy hitters in New York and told them, you have a great responsibility in the developmental change of our youth, because they're not going to listen to nobody else, but they listen to you all. And so the message in the music have to be geared now. I just told the two brothers, your performance has stopped, but the show starts now. How many people will you talk to every day about your message in your music? That's your help. That's your focus. And your unity, as brother said, when you collaborate, it shows that you can work together across musical lines. I won't work with that one because he's gang banging, or he's West Coast rapping, East Coast rapping. A rap is a rap. If it has any sense, then you don't look at the rap, you look at the message. And if you're saying what the people need to hear, I don't care where you come from, man. I'm going to support you because you're saying something positive and it's going to produce a change. So you all have to begin to look at yourself different. Don't look at yourself, I'm just going to be on the show and nobody is calling me. Create your own show. How you do that? You talk to the people where you are. Start where you stand. Go in your neighborhood and go talk to those, because they'll listen to you. They came out to pay for you. Then talk to them and have them support you by being what you say you are, and then change will come in your life, change will come in the community, and change will inevitably. The youngers will hear. They're not listening to those old antiquated raps anymore. That's not going to work. You all have a greater responsibility, and it's your time. It is your time. You are the Joshua generation. And the only way this is going to happen is through you all. So make a difference in somebody's life and start with yourself. Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
All praise to you to Allah.
Yeah.
All praise to you to Allah.
So where we at right now, y'all? We're at the, we're really at the artist appreciation. You know, this is where, you know, messaging and music is really tapping into our heart. That thank y'all so much. You know what I mean? But before we go into that, we want to kind of like give y'all time to get some food, right? And then we can come back together while we're chopping it up and go through the certificate and awards ceremony we have planned for you all. And we also have some gifts that we want to give away to stamp your membership and your support for Messaging and Music. All right? Yes, sir. All right. Thank y'all so much for the support. And then when y'all get y'all plate, just come back around so we can keep it going, because what we're trying to do is get through these activities so we can just let y'all chill, lean back, and enjoy the scenery, the cruise, the boat, etc.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Sister has something to say.
Oh.
Because we were not able to use sternos, the food, we have a microwave that the food will have to be heated up in. So it's going to take a few moments. So you could come on down and get with it.
Yeah, let's do two at a time.
Thank you. Okay. Did you bless the food? Okay.
Yes.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this food. Thank you for the hands that prepared it. Thank you for allowing it to be nourishment to our bodies, Father God, and let it strengthen our souls. In Jesus Christ we pray, God. Amen.
Amen.
See, that's the
You got two slick.
Yeah. I got your.
We got Dejan.
Take yours out.
Switch them up.
You go long. Oh no, you ain't got one? Over there. You go long with you. You go long. Oh no.
All right.
Listen here. No, you got a photo on it.
Wait a minute, let me go.
It's on the front page. It's long. No, that's what you're supposed to get. So at this time, y'all, we want to take this time to allow Messaging and Music to express their deepest appreciation for the hard work that the artists put in as far as memorizing your songs, coming on stage, doing a music ministry. I was so proud, so thankful, so grateful, you know, for all of the performances that got put on. And turn it down a little bit. And this is just, you know, Messaging and Music way of saying thank you. What we have for each artist is an actual bracelet that has your name on it, as well as Messaging and Music. So this is y'all.
That is so cool.
This is y'all stamp into.
That's a family stamp right
It's a
there.
family stamp.
They just gonna let us ladies do the. Y'all know y'all.
That's for the ladies. The all.
We do the wow.
That's the guys.
We want to get a DC legend her respect. All right.
Wow.
Bless your heart.
Wow.
So this award is dedicated to Ms. Yendy for her outstanding performance, showmanship, and DC legend. Okay, so let's give Ms. Yendy a round of applause. This award right here being presented to Big O. Big O.
Thank you, sir.
Big O is our envelope pusher, y'all.
Yeah.
You know, we use Big O strategically to go after those hard to reach artists, man, so they may get a whip of this energy that Big O be presenting the way he be putting it down.
I can bear witness to that. Thank you, Big O.
So Big O, we got your bag right here. Where Big O bag at?
Right yes, sir. That's it. That's it right here.
Okay, here you
oh,
go.
Man.
So you got your bracelets in there with Big O on it.
Sir. Thank you,
This is your certificate, man, for your. Oh, what we got for Big O? We saying Big O we're grateful and appreciation for his outstanding performance and showmanship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. This is beautiful.
Big O.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's my pleasure. So
Thank you.
I got to go over there with it.
Oh, Naj, we good. I think they can hit me. Oh, Naj. It's Oh, Naj.
Oh, nah.
Oh, Naj.
Find anything that don't belong to you, give it back.
Give it to the rightful
Give it to the rightful owner.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
man.
how man?
Here you go. This is bracelet.
Yeah.
And this is your gift bag.
That's family ties, man. It's family ties, man.
Right, so this award right here is being presented to O Naj for outstanding performance, rap delivery, and lyricism.
Yes, sir. Hey, put it down. Put it there. Oh, nah. Yeah, baby.
Much love.
Too slick, baby.
Too slick, family. We want to give MTO his props. We want to thank MTO for his performance, and what we have for MTO is outstanding performance, showmanship, and dedication.
Yes, sir.
Because MTO had to labor through some things to get there, so we appreciate you, soldier.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So at this time, we want to thank D. John.
Yeah.
For her, what we got? Outstanding performance, grassroots ministry. Okay. Thank you so much.
What was that joke? That y'all made at the end? Freestyle joke? Feel good.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah. Make you feel good.
So at this time, we want to thank Tom for his contribution to the Unplugged concert series, and we're rewarding Tom for his outstanding performance, host, and grassroots ministry.
Yeah! Praise God. Big O.
Big O.
Okay.
He found his bracelet.
You got your bracelet.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Get the Big O.
First of all, I'd like to thank my mom, because without Miss Betty, I don't even know. It's like, nah, I'm just kidding.
And I want y'all to put y'all hands together and give Hugo Long a warm round of applause for being the MVA, the most valuable artist on the platform for this series. Yes, sir. Show him some love. Show him some love. Yeah. The brother, he sold more tickets than anybody on the platform. He's struggling through school right now. I don't want to say struggling, but he's basically flying through school right now with 4.0 GPA averages.
Beautiful.
And so, and then he still was able to come through and deliver a bang up show. We want to thank you for that, Brother DeLon. Congratulations. And so we present this award to Brother DeLon for his outstanding performance, MVA, and grassroots ministry.
Yes,
thank you, soldier.
Thank you.
This is the guy that made this trip all possible. This is our sponsor. He did the engraving for the jury. He helped finance this whole trip. So we want to say, all praises to our